Welcome back to Campfire Whispers, your daily fix of horror stories, unsolved mysteries, and straight-up unbelievable content. My name is Eki, and today I'm sharing a story called Zombie Night. Prom night at Whitmore High had always been a big deal. The gymnasium shimmered in a mess of metallic streamers and LED strobes. Couples danced in tuxes and gowns that smelled of cologne, hairspray, and expensive perfume. It was loud, almost euphoric. Beneath the mirror disco ball, nobody noticed the exact moment when the music stopped feeling festive and started feeling off. Nico Alvarez leaned against the bleachers, swirling a cup of punch. He wasn't a dancer, never had been. His girlfriend, Leah, was somewhere on the floor with her friends, laughing in her pale blue dress. She'd tried dragging him out earlier, but he'd promised her 2 slow dances and needed a break after the first. They'd been together just over a year. It started quiet. He was the quiet one, always sketching in the back of class, headphones in, eyes low. She was louder, funnier, a little wild. Somehow they found balance. She pulled him out of his shell. He kept her grounded. Their friends didn't get it, but worked. Prom was supposed to be their night. They'd talked about it for months, picking her dress, borrowing his cousin's car, sneaking a flask of whiskey in her clutch. Their final big memory before college split them apart. Nico had even thought about saying it. I love you. He'd never said it out loud, but tonight felt right. Until now. He took another sip. Something was wrong. Metallic. Not like soda or juice, like blood and coins. Then the screaming started. A cheerleader, Kara, maybe, collapsed by the refreshments table. One leg twitched violently, spasming like a glitch in a game. Her hands clawed at her own mouth as if trying to stop something from coming out. People laughed at first, thinking it was a joke. Then she bit someone, and it didn't stop there. A ripple of confusion spread across the room. More students began coughing, jerking, eyes rolling back. One kid vomited something thick and black across his date's dress. Another girl fell onto her back and started foaming, her fingers digging bloody crescents into the wooden floor. Panic shattered the party atmosphere like a dropped mirror. Screams erupted. Nico stood frozen for a second too long. Then Leah grabbed his wrist. We have to go. Now. He nodded, and they sprinted toward the exit. Near the double doors, the principal tried to calm people. It's just an allergic reaction. Stay calm. Then someone tore into his neck. A sound like meat slapping, wet tile filled the air, and the principal went down, gurgling. The thing that had once been a student, now pale, twitching blood mouth, rose again, snarling, its jaw hanging loose. Nico pulled Leah into the hallway. Chaos echoed from behind them. More kids ran, some stumbling, some already bitten. One boy had no face, just a torn mess of red. They sprinted through the locker-lined halls. The overhead lights flickered. As they passed the science wing, Nico saw a teacher curled in a fetal position, whispering to himself, rocking back and forth. Where do we go? Leah cried. Her mascara ran in streaks down her cheeks. The car, Nico panted. Lot B. They turned the corner and froze. 3 students, Matt, Jen, and Trina, blocked the hall, or what remained of them. Their skin had gone blotchy, veins black and rising like vines beneath the surface. Their eyes were glossy white, with trails of blood dripping from the corners. Jen's jaw opened impossibly wide, cracking as if unhinged. Leah screamed. They turned back. More of them, at least a dozen, stumbling in from the cafeteria entrance. Cornered, Nico spotted the janitor's stairwell. There, they bolted inside. The stairwell stank of bleach and mold. Nico slammed the door shut and rammed a mop through the handle. Something thudded against it seconds later. Then another. The wood buckled. Leah sobbed, her voice shaking. What's happening? What the hell is happening? Nico didn't answer. He didn't know. They reached the 2nd floor and burst into the teacher's lounge. Dark. Empty. Leah collapsed onto the couch, hands trembling. Is this a dream? It has to be. Nico looked around. On the wall, a TV played the prom's live stream on mute. The video was glitching, pixelating between scenes of dancing and carnage. Students tearing at each other. Blood on satin dresses. smoke drifting near the ceiling tiles. Suddenly, Leah gasped. I feel sick." Nico rushed to her side. "Did you drink the punch?" She nodded slowly, eyes wide with terror. Her hands clutched her stomach. "Not much, just a sip, but—" Nico's heart dropped. She convulsed. "No, no, no," he whispered. Her lips curled back in a silent scream. Blood leaked from her nose, ears. She gripped his arms so tight her nails broke skin. "Run," she whispered, just before her eyes turned milk white. He didn't want to leave her, but he had to. Nico bolted, down another stairwell, past the library, past a fire alarm someone had ripped from the wall. The halls were darker now, lit only by emergency lighting. His shoes slipped in something wet. He didn't look down. Bodies, everywhere. He saw 2 students ripping open a vending machine. Not for food, for the person trapped inside it, who had crawled in for safety. Their screams didn't last long. Nico burst into the gym locker room. Empty. His lungs burned. He shut the door behind him and pressed against it, trying not to hyperventilate. Then he heard a scratching sound from inside the room. He turned slowly. Coach Dent, was crouched in the corner. His back was to Nico. His mouth moved like he was chewing. "Coach," Nico whispered. The figure turned around. Coach Dent's lower face was missing. A jagged red wound yawned where his jaw should have been. Strings of tendon hung like wet seaweed. He held something in his hands. A human heart. Nico ran. He pushed out the back door and into the night. The cold air hit him like a slap. His limbs burned, chest heaving, but he kept going. Campus was worse. The quad was littered with bodies. Some twitched. Some got up. He made it to the football field, the only open space left. Bleachers loomed, empty and ghostly under the floodlights. The sky above looked wrong. Heavy, like it was pressing down on the world. In the center of the field, Nico collapsed to his knees. The grass was slick with dew or blood. He couldn't tell anymore. He heard distant growls, then footsteps. A girl in a prom dress stood at the edge of the field. Her face was familiar. Leah, but not Leah. Her mouth twitched upward in a rictus smile. Her eyes gleamed white under the lights. Her dress was soaked in black-red. She moved in jerks, arms slightly bent, twitching. Behind her, more emerged from the darkness. Hundreds, a mass of twitching bodies in formal wear. Marching in silence. Drawn to him, Nico stood. His knees buckled, but he didn't run. He knew he couldn't. They surrounded him. The field lights flickered. One by one, they shut off, until only darkness remained. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Join me next time for more unbelievable tales on Campfire Whispers.